Good morning. My name is Magetta Chantiloupe. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you here today. I was born in Jamaica West Indies during the Depression of the 1940s. My parents did farming initially, then cattle breeding, followed by a butcher shop, a clothing and grocery store, and finally a real estate broker. They were now self-sufficient. During the interim, my father became a political campaign delegate for the Jamaica Labour Party. Being a middle child, in ultimately a family of 13, I believe I was neglected, and because I never complained, I was passed over for many things, such as not being allowed to go on a school trip to see Princess Margaret when she came to Jamaica. I guess I became defiant. I was sent to a dressmaking school, but without my parents' knowledge, I also went to a secretarial bookkeeping school. I believe that my father's involvement in politics was the reason that I wanted to be an author, and that is why I wrote the book, Iraq, the War That Shouldn't Be, You Decide, published in 2006. I participated in a panel discussion at the United States Congress in January 2007. I decided to continue to write books that can benefit the general public. Hence, my new book, Driven When Obstacles Take Center Stage. So many times when I tell someone that I'm writing my memoir, the resounding question is why. Of course, I would tell them that because of the contemporaneous journey of my life, it is incumbent upon me to share some of my experiences so that others may avoid some of my pitfalls. Leaving my mother country. My husband had already left and lived with another woman. I found out about them when my son Gil and I were on a bus on our way home one day. He said, "Mommy, there's Daddy's car behind the fire station." When I inquired, I learned that a woman picks him up in the evenings and brings him back in the mornings. In 1967, it was with great trepidation that I gave up my job as a liaison at the World Health Organization in Kingston, Jamaica, moved to the United States to start a new life. It was a bold move with no guarantees of employment success. However, I knew that failure was an option I couldn't afford because my 3 children's livelihood was dependent on me. I decided to bite the bullet, come with me, and soldier on. I accepted the only position I could find, that of a nursemaid and housekeeper. This allowed me to become a permanent resident of the United States. When I left my 3 children with strangers and moved to the United States, it was a heavy road to travel. I longed for better days, which gave me the strength to get out of bed every morning, whether I'm sick or well, and kept me up late going back to school. After 7 years, I had enough money to bring them to America. I formed a corporation and ventured into the stock market. I realized that I was going to need a lot more income in order to put the children through school. Gil was already in college, and Andrea would be entering college the following year, and Mark and Michelle were in Catholic schools. I decided that I wanted a job where the sky is the limit. So I set off in search of my goals. In the end, I acquired 4 diplomas, 8 licenses, including Certified Financial Planner, and finally, in 1996, I received a Bachelor of Science degree. By this time, I was financially stable to take care of my kids, and in celebration, I bought a 21-day UAL pass for July to see as much of Europe as I could, and booked a transatlantic cruise on Cunard, Queen Elizabeth II. When I returned, I received a memo from Jim, one of my clients, saying, He used to make at least $3,000 per month, and that he didn't make any money in July. I reminded him why I moved out of the market. The market crashed on October 13, 1987, and the following Monday, I was back in the market buying cheap stocks. I developed a Teflon coating and built myself a career with several occupations. Eventually, I was able to put my children through universities and travel the world, including a 4-month cruise and Cunard, Queen Elizabeth II, and several other Cunard ships for a total of 41 Cunard cruises, and took my eldest sister on the Queen Elizabeth II through the Panama Canal for her 73rd birthday. Deception. People have always said I take after my mom, who was almost caring, considerate person they knew. I try to be like my mom, always helping others, but helping family is not always a good idea. A third marriage. After 3 failed marriages and being used and abused for so long, I find it difficult to maintain a relationship other than a platonic one. Music and books are now my companions. I believe it is apropos to liken me to Mr. Lawrence, the character in British novelist and poet Anne Bronte's novel, when she said, "His heart is now like a sensitive plant, opens for a moment in the sunshine, but curls up and shrinks into itself at the slightest touch of a finger or the slightest breath of wind." Well, they say that time heals all wounds. I'm leaving that in God's hands. He's worked miracles for me before. I have 4 wonderful children. One daughter said, "Mom, when I grow up, I want to be just like you." The other said, "Mom, I hope I will be as good a mother as you," and they certainly are. I hope you enjoy reading my book, Driven, which is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and many other websites. A 5% discount is available today. Thank you.